So I used to have a recipe that told me how much coffee I should use for how much water I should use. And I can't find that. I don't know where it went. It was a note that was on my phone and it's gone forever. But I remember how to do it with your 10 gram or 2 tablespoon scoop. You can grab almost 3 full scoops of beans. And I use whole beans because I grind them before I make my coffee. The same works for pre-ground coffee. Just make sure it's coarsely ground. If you're going to be using a French press, you want the grounds to be coarse. So I have 1, 2, and almost 3, and a little less than 3. And I don't know, that comes out to about 28, 26 grams of beans, or in tablespoons that'd be 5, maybe 5.5 tablespoons of beans. I just sort of eyeball it. I do almost 3 scoops of beans. If you're using a grinder, again, make sure it's on a very coarse setting. On here it tells me the different settings it has. It can go very, very fine up to coarse. And it says percolator or French press is about a 9. I do a little bit less than a 9. 9 is the highest setting on here, but I do a little bit less. And I grind. So now you should have fairly coarse grounds. Might be hard to see, but they need to be coarse. And take your French press, and you can dump all that. So that's what it should look like, the coarse beans. And as far as water, again, I forgot how much, like exactly how much water I should be using, but I have my carafe here, and it's labeled for 0.5 liters. 0.5 liters is the minimum, and I think that according to this, it comes out to about 2 cups. Let me see how much that is. Okay, so I just asked Alexa, and it told me that 0.5 liters is roughly 2.1 cups, and a cup, it's an 8-ounce cup. 8 fluid ounces in 1 cup. Not a 6-ounce cup, but an 8-ounce cup. So I go to about the 0.5 liters line, and that it says on here is about 2 cups. But just measure for 0.5 liters, 2 8-ounce cups of water. Just take 2 8-ounce cups of water, put it in your carafe or however you want to heat up your water. So we'll start that. Okay, so we got our water, and I don't pour all of it in the French press right away. What I do is I soak the grounds at the bottom first, let them sit, let them activate, I suppose. So I pour just enough in there to cover the beans, all the grounds, and I just let that sit for maybe 10 seconds or so. It's supposed to activate the beans. It's supposed to not shock them with all of this hot water right away. I don't know. It's supposed to make the coffee taste better. I read it somewhere, and that's just what I do when I make my French press coffee. After that's sat in there for a few seconds, you can pour the rest. Make sure you spill a little bit. And I set a 4-minute timer, and I'm going to take my top. I'm going to make sure the vents aren't out because I want to keep it as hot as I can. So I move them off to the side when I put this on. And I don't push this down all the way. I just push it down enough to where the top stays on. I don't know if your French press is a little bit different, but just make sure that's on and the plunger's up, obviously. You're going to wait about 4 minutes until this is ready to go. Another thing, real quick, I forgot to mention, before we wait our 4 minutes, some people, what they do is they like to stir everything together to make sure it's all mixed. You can do that. I don't do that. I just pour the water hard enough to where it mixes itself, but some people will take like a spoon or something and stir it up just to make sure everything's mixed well together. I don't know. Again, I don't do that. Do it if you want. I don't think it makes a huge difference. So, 4 minutes. there's 4 minutes. And I will move this so that the vents are at the spout. And I push very slowly. Some people like just force it down to the bottom, and I don't know. I don't like that. I think if you do it too quick, then maybe some of the grounds might make it up into your coffee, but I just push slow. Grab your SS Badger Michigan mug. And that's it. You should have about 1 cup, 2 full cups. So if you're doing 6 to 8 ounce cups, you'll have enough for 2. But I always do this if I'm having coffee for myself. Usually have 1 cup of coffee, and I don't know, you can put the rest in another cup, save it, do whatever you want with it. Drink 2 cups of coffee. That's not my job to tell you how to drink your coffee. I'm just showing you how to make French press. That's it.